All right, so moving our way into doing some summary statistics. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Describe earlier. I did info. I really wanted to describe in an earlier video. But yeah, so there's a way that we can get quick statistics um, out of our data frames. Okay. In this one, what they're doing, if we look back to summary statistics, in this one they're getting their data frame from the CSV that they're getting here. They're going to drop these three columns. They're going to say that it's axis 1 because that basically means by default it's going to be axis 0, which is rows. And so this wouldn't quite work because years are going to be columns in here. So we need to drop the rows, which is why we do axis 1. And then they're going to find the mean of those years, which is going to produce all this data for here. We can also do the describe function, which I was thinking about earlier. I thought this would be good when we were doing the was it like the foreigners and the Swedish speakers, native Swedish people, and speakers of foreign languages. Would have been interesting to look through here to get a sense of what our data should look like before we start on an exercise. So those are two cool things here. Let's work our way into snow depth. So we are going to, let me pause, let me get it open, and we'll talk about it. All right, so here we are. I have it open in the other window. Let's see, we're going to write a function snow depth that reads the weather in the data frame for the SRC folder and returns the maximum snow in here. And it should print it in that format. So let's see what we have. What do they give us? We're going to do that. Good. Okay, so we have the result here. Good. We don't have to worry about. I think I might have added that in there to get rid of some of the boring stuff in here. Snow depth. I'm just going to copy this data. It's going to be a little bit differently because I see it's a CSV file, which means that they are separated by commas, which is nice. That means that we don't have to go through the pain of, not the pain, we just don't have to do the sep thing. So we can put this in here. We don't need to do sep. But we do need to check and see. I don't see that we really need, like there's years, the very first column, so I don't think we need to do any kind of naming index in here. So it's a little bit simpler version of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's put our breakpoint in here, debug our file. All right, so something's not, because I need to say it's a CSV file. Let's try to run that again. All right, and let's see what we get. Okay, great. So we have all this info in here. Let's play around with this a little bit. We had some things that we added to our toolbox. We have a describe function. We have a mean. We have a drop function. So we could do something like, if we wanted to get rid of some data in here, we could try this drop thing. Let's say that we want to print. We want to do df. We want to drop. And let's see, what do we need to do? We can give a fancy indexing of all the things that we want to drop. We want to drop year. We want to drop M. We want to drop D. It looks like, yeah, let's drop, I think we could probably, like we do slicing in here. Let's try and slice it. I could drop those things, but I think I could also say 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I could drop like that. Is that gonna work? We'll see. And then we're gonna say in here that it's gonna be axis 1. I don't think it's going to like that. Oh, but I have this closing here. Closing there. Where does this drop? Open and close. Brackets. Yeah, it's not going to like that. I'm going to move on. Thought that might work. All right, let's see. The beauty of ChatGPT, I added in this DF columns to go through and like get the columns, because columns going to contain our list of all the columns that are in there. We're just going to get 0 through 5, not including 5. Drop that. Let's see if we print this. We should see this print. Look at that, drops it out. Oh, how do we live without ChatGPT? All right, so let's see what we're going to get in here. That's kind of an interesting thing. But then we could also really, my whole point of doing that is that I then wanted to calculate the mean. Or we could take this whole thing and we could calculate what are we talking about? Is it info or describe? So let's delete that and let's comment that. Let's run our code. Boom. So we get our mean. These are for the different things in there. We get our describe. We can see all these different values across all of this. Maximum snow depth is still at none. But anyways, that's the easy part. So let's go back into our pandas. What are we trying to do? We're just trying to find the maximum. Yeah, find the maximum snow depth in the year. Oh, in the year 2017. So that's kind of interesting. That's a little twist. All right, we have DF. So what we need to do is we need to let's say 2017 data is going to be equal to, doesn't like doing numbers up front, huh? So I'm going to say DF. We need to do a mask where, let's check and see what our columns are. Print DF. I feel like always having this columns thing is helpful. So we can get rid of these two. That was just for fun. Let's try and run this. We can get our, let's comment that out for a second. Let's get our columns out. We have our year. So let's see, we want to do DF. We want to make this year is going to be equal to 2017. Well, let's make that our mask. Let's say mask is going to be equal to this, where that's true. And we're going to say DF is going to be equal to this mask. All right, and let's just try and run this and see what we get. All right, so we have mask is here. I want to see data 2017. Looks good. I wonder how much was in the original. Have we? Oh, that was DF. That was so it's like 350, 365 values in here. Is this all just 300? Oh, that's so boring. I thought that was going to be. I was hoping we could have data not about 2017, so that was useless. I didn't need to do that. I can do print data 2017. I just want to do a specific column, so I want to do the snow depth. I want to do the snow depth column, and I want to say dot max should work appropriately. Let's see here. Do we get that right? 15. I might get 2 in a row correct. Like first try. That would be magical. I have to jinx myself. Let's see what we got here. Configure tests, unit tests, test, and let's run it. Boom, done. 2 in a row, correct first time. Oh my goodness.